Hello, Rhoda here. Welcome to my craft room. Today we're working on Caroline's Craft Tree Challenge Week 25. And before we get started with that, I'm going to do the sneaky peek. And my trusty dusty bookmark has it right here. Oh, I wrinkled my bookmark. I have to put it in there carefully. Okay, this is a jam-packed page. We have the other end of the button page, which that was around here with this pretty lady here, and I had it wrapped around to this, which is the silverware container. We just got a couple at Golden Corral yesterday, but so I'm never silverware pocket poor. But here is the tag that goes on the inside, can be written on very easily. It goes down in here, and then I have these two little items. Is it two? Yeah. Just, this was a printout from one of the kits I have. And I think that was out of another kit. Yeah, it was. That's right. But they tuck right in here. And I have decorated it. It's got a pretty glittery rose on the back page there. I guess, can you see it? Glitter? There we go. And I have Use Your Wings up here with the glitter butterfly. This was a paper pad that I had. And I was, oh, I sure wish I could find that again, and I can't. Here is a wooden button. Another piece of the same glittery paper pad. I have a stamp here and here. That's Tim Holtz. Now this piece over here, let me give you a close-up of that. Now this piece over here is something I was trying to come up with. And you know how these people would have all these envelopes in a row glued to the page. Well, you had to open it and you could write all inside, but you couldn't take it off the page. This is my idea to taking it off the page. So I came up with these little pieces here on each side. I don't know if this was my first version of it or a later version. It may have been the first one, but it's got a vellum dot there that holds it closed. You can open it up like this, right inside, and then you fold it back up, and it's back to being a little envelope again, and you tuck it in here. And the one above it holds the one here holds the one above it shut. See how the little point is just underneath of there? And then I just, I think I've got this on my page on a video as well on my channel. I know I came up with it because I was just kind of, you think, how is somebody supposed to write on that? You cannot write on that. So I made it where you could take it out and it was easier. All right, I'll figure out where the next version sneaky peek is later. And now we're going to get to the challenge here, which is a magazine page. I've got this one from the Birds and Blooms book. Something clear. It's going to be my window in the envelope. An illustration, which I'm thinking that this here would be, the scrapbook page, would be considered an illustration. The lace is this skeletal lace. You can get it Hobby Lobby and sometimes Dollar Tree if you're lucky. And the wings part is my little hummingbird. Well, what this is going to be part of my bird book. And I got to get in here and cut this envelope because I don't need anything but this top page that's got the window in it. So I've got my mark here where I'm going to cut it there. I'm going to cut it across here, and I'm going to leave, I guess that's a 1/4 inch or 1/2 inch piece. That's going to be, it's going to flip on the page is how it's going to work. And the illustrated page here is going to be over the top of the window and then on the back side of this. Okay, so let's get started. I also picked up a little quote, and I thought maybe that could be my illustration if I couldn't find anything else. And this is my paper. My little bird book is over here. Whoops. There we go. And I've made a couple pieces for it already. This is going to be where I sew my spine in and then glue it down in the bottom. But I didn't want it to be like a regular book, or I couldn't because of the illustration. that this is a card that my cousin sent me, Phyllis. I love it. I love it. So I had sprayed this copy paper, and it went so well with the colors that was in this card. I cut the card down, and the reason I haven't glued it on yet, and see, it was a cake box. I've already got the inside, so that's done. This is where this is going to go. And after I sew my signatures in, and I'm trying to debate whether I want pockets. Maybe I'll do vellum or something. I don't want to cover up my birdhouses. Anyhow, so you're going to have it like this. You're going to open it. That's why this is facing that way and that's facing that way. But it's going to close, and I'm going to try to make it to where it's going to set up like this on your thing, on your table or whatever. I'm still debating what I was going to do for a closure. And I saw a video where a girl used a strip, and it was like a strip that came around from the back side. It went into a channel that was underneath of something that was on the front. It was a long piece, so it went well in there. Now, this reminds me of my tunnel closure a whole lot. But mine had something that went into channels on both the front and the back. So I've got this little extra piece of this blue, and I was going to show you what I was going to do with it. I'm going to glue it in the dead center of this. And I'm going to maybe have it stick up just a tad. I'm not sure. It needs to be up enough that I know that's there. And it's going to be easily threaded into that little pocket. I don't think the blue hurts. There's a little bit of blue in the front. Plus there's all that blue in here. So that's what I'm going to do for that. I thought I'd let you in on the secret. And this paper is not as wide. I hate to waste these papers when I have to sit in front of that hot oven, you know. So anyhow, it's one of my tea dyes. And I did cut off a little bit of it. This is actually about 7 wide instead of the 8.5. So I cut off 1.5 inches. And I'm going to use it maybe for stamping. I don't know. I can always use a little strip of paper. I might make a thin notebook. Who knows? Because I'm going to have a few more of these that's going to go in the book. All right. Enough of that. So this is going to go on here. I may cut this down just a little bit, but I'm not going to do anything yet until I get this figured out and sized. Then I can fit this underneath. So we're going to, I guess, go ahead. I'm going to hand cut it so I don't have to worry about messing anything up at the moment. So I have this figured out for there. And then it's going to get cut along this edge so it's the correct size. Hope everybody's doing well, and I'm so happy you come to visit and see what my little project is today. The last one I just did was very simple, but like I was telling one of the girls that commented, my brain needs a rest once in a while. Oh, I have been trying to figure out, I thought I had a new way to do this bird book. How to bind it, you know. Nope, it didn't work. It sunk. I was trying to do an accordion type of a situation. Well, that didn't work. My pages weren't going to turn cleanly, and I couldn't have that. So I scrapped it, and I just decided to do the regular old signature 3 pamphlet stitch sew-in. I ended up just having to go with that. I've been working on my, I have a collaboration in July that I'm going to be doing a couple of videos a week for, and I believe it's going to be another book, a journal. So I'm trying to figure that out. And I got a sort of a similar way of how I'm wanting to do it in the signature, so it's going to be another one of those that I'm going to rack my brain over. Okay, what to do with that pencil? There it is. Yeah, I had to drive my husband to do a checkup or something yesterday, and my brain works better when I'm driving, I guess because it's being, you know, occupied or something with me, my hands on the wheel, and my mind wanders, and I do a whole lot better job coming up with things. I don't know why. It's been like that ever since. I know. Well, I've been driving. Okay. Whoops. I still need that for the back page. And see how that pretty... I thought the blue went well with the blue that's in the cover. And this is backward. This is upside down. Oh, okay. So I thought I was going to show you how I'm going to get around that window. Now this is the way I usually do it. I think I got enough of a pencil lead on there. Alright, so I'm going to turn it around this way. I'll lay it down. And I'm going to start my little scribbling. You're not seeing this part at all, so you don't have to worry about it. All you gotta do... What did I run into there? There's the edge. You can always see the edge. It's a little darker than everything else. But you get in there and you do it at a kind of an angle on the flat side of your pencil. And this is the way I do it. I don't like to see those flat sides if I can help it. I think part of that's the, yeah, the cellophane there. Alright, so that's that side. Now we need one for the other side. And I'm really debating whether I can lay these together and cut them at the same time. So, let me see. I believe I'm going to take this part and just kind of, do a sketch out here. That doesn't look very straight, but we'll straighten it up later. How about that? Oh, I think I used the wrong one for the top. But that's okay. That's okay. Yeah, we had rain the last couple days, and this has been yucky. We needed it, though. We really, really needed it, so I shouldn't complain at all. Everything was starting to die and be so brown. Alright, how am I wanting to do this? Okay, I gotta be reversed. So, yeah, that's the only thing. You gotta figure out your which way to go about it situations. Alright, so I'm gonna take a little piece of washi and try to hold it together. More ways than one. Oh, okay. There we go. I'm going to just go like that. And I don't think I'll have to worry too much about it. Get my Tim Holtz ruler out here. And we're going to see about going down through here and cutting this. Now, if you cut it a little less than this, that's probably the better way to go. Because you'll see that white. Don't know whether you want to see the white, but you will see the you will see the white. Need to be a little bit more. Okay. Now I'm going to turn around to the other side. And I'll start there and end there. Don't know if I can see that, but we'll see what we can do. Ooh, yep, almost went too far. Okay, now I'm going to go in. I can see it's loosened, so I know it worked. I'm going to go down like this. My husband, we watch Yellowstone, and we're waiting for the, you know, the next section of this year's to go through for us and, you know, be seen. And he says that he heard that the darn thing was going to quit filming. The series was going to be over with. I'm like, what? We had to watch about that Billy for I don't know how long. I got so tired of seeing about Billy. And they wasted all that time working with him. I didn't know what they were going for that way. Then they sent him to Texas, and I thought that was the end of him, and then he's back. I mean, I got nothing against the guy, but it's like, why are we seeing all this about him? I thought they should be showing about the airport and all that kind of stuff. So anyhow, I don't know, but it's kind of depressing. The other year, I was watching all these different shows. I got a Bigfoot show I love to watch, Expedition Bigfoot. And then I like Kindred Spirits. It's a ghost hunting show. And then there was another one. Well, don't you know that, what was that called? Discovery Plus took those off regular TV or, Dish or whatever I've got. And you had to buy it. You had to buy it for like $6. Was it a year? I don't know. I rebelled. I just didn't watch them from then on out. Then they finally come back. I guess nobody was watching them over there. All right. I do need to get in here and do me a score line right there. Okay. Now what we want to do, I want to get in here and go around the edge of this that I cut, because I want to get that white edge off of it and have it kind of look like it's meant to be cut out. Like, I guess you're framing it, you're giving it a clean edge. You don't have to get too much ink on there. I'm just mostly doing like a nice burnt edge. Oops, I almost pulled that out of my hand. Alright, now the other one. And then we'll glue it down. And we'll get it on our page, and I'll show you how it's supposed to work. I don't know if you've seen the one I did for the Lighthouse Journal, but that one turned out kind of neat. I mean, I did like how it turned out. I don't think anybody else was crazy about lighthouses like I was. I didn't get very many views on any of those. Oh well, I had been wanting to do one. I love lighthouses. My friend Zach, he just went and stayed up at Lake Michigan, or one of those lakes up there. They rented a house. Well, actually 2 houses, I believe. And they had private beach and all that. Oh, man. Beautiful. Just beautiful. I would love to go up there. He found me a rock, though. I watched this guy. He hunts rocks along the lake shore. That's the wrong one, isn't it? I think it goes in here. Yeah. But he hunts rocks along the lake shore, and he gets something called a Petoskey stone, and it's like a little sea mammal or something that makes a hexagon, kind of like a bee, in a way, a beehive. So I had asked him to get me one. He found one. He went to the beach that night and found me one. Zach is my genealogy buddy. Me and him's the one that work on the cemetery books, and we go over and do research and hunt for records and go to courthouses and go to all the cemeteries. Oh, we're all over the place. We have fun. It's a fun hobby. It really is. We're working on more other people's family than we do our own, but, there's some people that just can't get out there and look for these things. Alright. I'm hoping I got that as close as I can. I see a little peak of white there, but I'm alright with that. Okay. There wasn't any way to get in there and cover that. Now, I could cover this, but I'm not going to I'm not, I'm not going to try to do it because I'll mess it up. I'm sure I will. All right, so I'm going to have to get this one right on the money and get it right on the right lines on that centerpiece, and I can trim anything else I need. All right. And I've been using my art glitter glue more than I have my Barely Arts. And I think I know why, because this little bottle is like writing with a pen. Look at that. And it's easy to squeeze. And I think that's the whole, what do you call it? I wanted to say a word and I can't even remember what it was. But it's the whole interest and draw of it. Because I think it is so easy to squeeze and maneuver and put in your hand. Now, it depends on your hand size. I got a little one, so I got a wide little hand. I always wanted to play a piano or, you know, some kind of instrument, but I don't think my hands would have done it. They just aren't in the right shape. Okay, so I think I've got everybody down. Let's give a little bit of a better push. All right, now we got to get in there and trim. And then we're going to put our little birdie on the page where it needs to be. I'm probably going to glue this to the page first, though. Oh, and the lace part, is that the front or the back? I can't remember. I really like this, but I think I have to have it the other way. What is that little... And static is not going to be... It will be a problem here. So yeah, let me trim this off. Right there. And then I can probably round the corners, which won't hurt. I'll get a little bit more inking. Okay. Yeah, let me use some more of my... I think I'm going to round corners. Sorry, I had to get in there and reach, and I didn't think you wanted to see my head. Alright. Yep, that'll work, because that'll help lift that, too. So let's get a little ink on it. Both sides. Yeah, envelopes are so versatile. There are so many things you can do with them. As you saw with the belly band that Sandra did. And I did a little bit of a different variation of it, but it was still her idea. That was a great idea too. I really liked it. I got a little bit of a something going on there. I'll trim it off. But yeah, she's got some great ideas. You need to go over and see what she's got going on her channel. She does all these journal giveaways. My gosh. She's forever making a journal and giving it away, it seems like. So you want to get in on the action, you need to get over there. Does really pretty journals, too. And she loves a belly band. She said something about, she thought a belly band was the new fanny pack the other day. I thought that was so funny. Oh my goodness. Okay. So, what do we have here fold-wise? That static is keeping anything and everything on here. Alright. I don't know that I need to cover this. I may be covering it with my little piece of paper here. See, this will be at the top. My little bird's going to be in here. It's going to be just right. Oh, he is kind of just right. Look at that. Alright, let me go ahead and do it that way then. I will glue him down to the page with the bird. We'll go in that direction. Because I know I can get that right. And then we'll glue it all down to the piece of tea dye paper. Yep, did I get enough? I think so. I always try to get enough. Yeah, I think this is the easier way to maneuver this. Always try to find an easier way. There's enough hard stuff in the world, right? Yeah, always try to find easier. Be nice, be kind. Be helpful. Not too much of that around. I don't know what's going on with the world. Alright, this is as wide as my paper, so I'm good with that. I do need, if it's going to be as wide as my paper, I'm going to go in here, trim that. Then I have to see if I think I'm going to be as far down as that actually goes. And I guess I'll just go ahead and do it. I might just go ahead and do it. Yeah. I'm trying to see if it's a little wider on this upper corner. It kind of looks like it is. So let's do a little trim. There. Now, let's go ahead and throw us a bunch of glue back here. And then I've got to finish off my inside page. And then I've got to put my lace on. Trying to get my finger in it. Okay. Let's see if we can get this down. I go to the top. Try to go to the top. And try to go over a little more. Okay, let me open it. Maybe that's the better way to go. And then let's get back here. Oof, before it dries on me. There. That's the only thing working with art glitter glue. It likes to dry fast. And then I like to get in here with my hands and just kind of mash the edges. And at least get them on there. Because sometimes my tea-dye paper is just kind of wiggly on the edges. Ugh. I guess that's just the way it gets baked or something. And then, like I usually tell you, it's always a little bit of maintenance. Alright. I have to get down in here, I think, with a little bit more ink. I mean, glue. See where my mind's at. Alright, let me do this. Yeah. And my little rag here is about ready to be said bye to. Alright, a little bit here, a little bit there. And that might be it. Yeah. Yeah, some stuff fights you pretty badly. Alright. Yes, my little bird is right in there. And yes, I am going to put this over here, but see, you can see his little eyeball. But I'm also going to get in here, and I have to hide. I have to hide a few pieces here. Oop, that was sticking. Here, we'll fix that. Alright, so we have to hide a few items that's showing on this page. And this is the quote somebody gave me. It is not enough to stare up the steps. We must step up the stairs. Vaclav Havel. I thought that kind of worked for this little bird trying to get up there to that bloom. All right, and I have this. It says garden. I thought that would work. Whee. Okay. And I'm going to cover the glad you asked with it. There we go. It's like thinking, what am I going to put in these spots? It's got all this weird stuff. Okay. Yeah. That turned out. Now this little bit down here, I don't think I'm going to worry about. Or I shouldn't worry about it. I'll kind of do the bottom like that. Okay. That ain't going to hurt nothing. That part's going to be in the spine. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is go right here and put this down. And I'll have another page for my book. I'll be getting that thing together here before long. Now this is sort of tricky. This crazy skeletal lace. I'm going to do the bigger sections first with a little dab of glue. Then we're going to try to go out on some of the branches. I don't know whether to call this skeletal lace or skeletal tree. Okay, where's a big patch? Good, when you got a big patch, you can put a lot of glue. All right. And I can come back in here if I need to. Oh, I think I got a lot of it on my fingers. Yeah, that's where I wanted to be because I want to see his little face. And this will probably stick to my envelope clear there. So that'll work out great. Yeah, the fabric tack is really good. Oh, man. I've been looking for it because our Walmart did not have it for the last 2 visits that I've went. And we went to an area Walmart down the road about 30 miles. Yes, I found 2 there. You know I got both of them. Because it's going to be harder and harder to find. I could probably get it online, but, you know, it's probably heavy to ship. So I thought I'd go this route if I can find it. All right. Well, I still am going to probably find me a word or something, because this is going to be visible. Then again, I may not worry about it. I might just leave it nice and plain like that. So anyhow, our Caroline's Craft Treat Challenge was a magazine page, which is our bird, something clear, which is our envelope, illustration, which is the paper on the outside and inside, lace, which is the skeletal lace, and wings. So, and it's going to go into my book, just like a regular book like that, and it'll swing up. And you can journal on this if you need to. You can journal on that. Maybe I'll just leave it plain so they can journal on it. But I'll also have that page back there. Well, I don't want to thank all my subscribers for coming to visit and putting up with me today. I'm going to go out here and sit and watch The Quick and Dead on TV. And have me a good old time. Well, everybody have a great, great day, and I hope you have a nice, calm afternoon as well. Bye-bye.